Hi guys, welcome back to Waxing On. Friday, and have I got a show for you? This is one of my favorites. We've done a lot of shows regarding musicians, actors, right? We did Jack Webb way back. We've looked at Bruce Willis, Jim Belushi. There's others. I mean, we've got She and Him with Zooey Deschanel. Scarlett Johansson had an album out. Bacon Brothers had an album out. Kevin Costner. There's all kinds of actors that also play music and have made recordings. And we're going to look at one here that made some recordings that to me are just the best. And I'm talking about Russell Crowe. And I know you may be shaking your head saying, Russell Crowe, look at that. No, Russell Crowe was making music way back in the 1980s. He was releasing singles in New Zealand and recording. He's been at it quite a while. Now, my first chance to hear Russell Crowe's band was on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno one night. He was there as a guest, but also as a musical guest. And his band at that time was the original Fear of God. And they performed a song from his album. Let's see what it was now. Oh, My Hand, My Heart. Sorry, I should have known that. My Hand, My Heart. They did the song Testify. And I'll tell you, when I saw that, I had to go right out and buy the download. It was just that impressive. The band was hot. Russell Crowe did an excellent job. But he's not just some guy dabbling in music. I mean, he was really putting it out. The band were clicking. It was just excellent. So I went out and bought the album, My Heart. Now, problem is I bought it on download. So what's that mean? It means I got zero information about it, right? There really isn't anything. At that time, there wasn't a lot on even the internet that I could find. So I don't know who was actually playing on it, but there is a connection to it that I'll come back to in just a second. Give you some idea of the songs that were on there, and some of them you may recognize them. Certainly if you have the album, or you may have just heard them, because I mean some of them were getting airplay. Weight of a Man, Testify, which, well, again, that was the one I saw on Leno, and it was right on. Land of the Second Chance. How do we going from saying I love you to Raywin. Worst in the World. We got My Hand, My Heart. Mickey, Breathless. One Good Year. Mr. Harris, and I Miss My Mind. Now, what I didn't know at the time, like I say, there was an excellent collection. I don't think there was a bad song in the bunch, and they were really, really tight band. What I didn't know at the time was there's also a Canadian connection to this album. Because about 2005, Russell Crowe connected up with a fellow named Alan Doyle. Now the Canadians may recognize that name. Alan Doyle was lead singer for a Canadian band called Great Big Sea, stationed down in Newfoundland. And they was got very maritime-y kind of music and sea shanties and stuff like that. And they had very successful run. When they broke up, Alan Doyle would often worked on his own. He's got a great solo career, lots of albums out, and he and Russell Crowe got together and started collaborating. Now, just a little aside on Alan Doyle. During the pandemic, when it hit, we had a lot of musicians that were getting together and, putting little concerts out there to help us get through it. I mean, really, music was the lifeline. And I think people like Melanie, John Fogerty, Jim Cuddy, all putting concerts out, and Alan Doyle was doing a similar thing. Wednesday nights he would have what he called the supper time sing-along. He'd be sitting in his studio, just him playing, singing songs, maybe requests, just songs he liked to play, and playing for the people. Now, while he was doing that and people were getting that entertainment, he was also raising money for one of his foundations, the Dollar a Day Foundation. A Dollar a Day supports organizations working in mental health and addiction. So he was raising a lot of money for charity. At the same time, he was entertaining us and helping keep our spirits up during the pandemic. And it was like an intimate concert that he was performing every week. Just him, his guitar, on Facebook Live, and like we got to enjoy that at home. No cost for the concert, just doing it maybe for himself and to help us out. So really something special. So anyways, he and Russell Crowe got together, and he did some of the writing and produced the album, My Hand, My Heart. Now, what I didn't know is they had continued to get together. And a second album, which I just started listening to recently because I didn't know it was available until I started researching this, was the Russell Crowe, Alan Doyle songbook. I think it's called the Crowe Doyle Songbook Volume 3. We've got Russell Crowe, Alan Doyle singing, playing guitar, and Russell Crowe's then wife, I just want to get this right so I don't mess it up here, Danielle Spencer, singing on the album as well. Now, they had 9 original tunes written by the guys. Let me see what we got here. Too Far Gone, Love is Impossible, Sadness of a Woman, Perfect in Your Eyes, Angel of the Cross, Killing Song, Disappeared, Queen Jane, and Mother Cross. 9 tunes. 9 tunes done with a band. Now, what they also did is they they included those same 9 songs in demo form. Bare bones, Alan playing guitar, the vocalist, that's it. Nothing else cluttering it up. It's like they were sitting in your living room playing these tunes for you. Just a little, impromptu concert. It's not the full concert, it's not the full band, it's not that whole show, it's just 3 people sitting around the room playing for you. And I'll tell you, if you've watched the show for a while, you know those are the kind of things that I really enjoy, to see these things stripped down. I think of the Ron Sexsmith tunes when he's going out doing concerts now, one-man show, no band, just him and his guitar up there playing. That's what these guys were doing. And I'd have to say, I've been listening to this one for a while, and it gets in my head, I just can't stop. I don't even know what you call the music. It's kind of maritime-ish, it's kind of Celtic. It's very unique, it's very accessible, and it sticks with you and you hear it. And I'll tell you, we sometimes laugh about the musician and actor thing, people jumping genres. But Russell Crowe, what he's done on these 2 albums, and I haven't had a chance to hear a couple of the older ones, but on these 2 albums, it's just amazing. Certainly well worth your while to check out. If you go on the streaming networks, you'll find it. Hard copies aren't always available. The Crowe Doyle Songbook was only released in digital form. So again, not a lot of information there, but there's only the 3 players, basically, for what we're listening to. So, there's some other people that are uncredited, but that is the downfall with digital. But again, I can see the cost cutting, certainly a lot cheaper, a lot easier to distribute to get a digital download out there. So 2 of those are really things that are on my playlist all the time. And I hope you check it out. I'm sure if you give it a listen, you won't be sorry. And it'll be something that you'll be playing all weekend long. And these are one of the times where I think Russell Crowe stands on his own as a musician, as a performer. And forget about the acting business. Just look at the music. And this stuff stands up with any of them. So that's it for Friday. One of my favorite performances, the Crowe Doyle Songbook and My Hand, My Heart. Couple of great, great albums. Check them out. Everybody now, have a great weekend. Take care, stay safe, and we'll see you on Monday. Thanks for stopping by.